Hey, you ever have one of those nights where you're just doing your job, minding your own business, and thimbum your whole world flips upside down? That was me, Ellie, 2 months ago, pouring drinks at Vinny's Bistro, this fancy little spot downtown where the lights are low, the wine's expensive, and the secrets are thicker than the steak sauce. I'm just a waitress, right, keeping my head down, saving tips for rent, when I overhear something that changes everything. It's a Tuesday night. The place is buzzing, glasses clinking, laughter rolling, some jazz piano humming in the corner. I'm carrying a tray of Merlot to table 7, where Tony Russo sits. Tony's the kind of guy who walks in and the room shifts, like the air knows he's got power. He's got these sharp eyes, a suit that costs more than my car, and a Crusoe, his right-hand guy with shoulders like a linebacker, and Mia, this quiet woman who moves like she's got knives hidden in her smile. They're regulars, but not the friendly kind. You pour, you nod, you move on. That's the rule. But as I'm passing booth 12, I catch a whisper. Two guys, heads close, voices low, like they're trading secrets over their whiskey. It's in his glass, clean as a whistle. One says, his voice all gravel and smirk. When he toasts cheers, you swap it. The other guy, with a gold chain catching the light, just nods. Got it. My stomach does a flip. I glance at the tray in my hands, 2 wine glasses, polished to a shine, but one's got this faint, oily sheen on the rim. You'd miss it unless you're looking, unless the light hits just right. I'm looking, and I know what it means. I don't think, I just move. I'm at Tony's table, pouring like nothing's wrong, but my heart's hammering so loud I swear he can hear it. His fingers reach for the glass, the bad one. I lean in, close enough to smell his cologne, and whisper, "There's poison in your drink." For words, barely a breath, but they stop him cold. His hand freezes, the glass hovering an inch off the tablecloth. The whole room keeps chattering, oblivious, but between me and Tony, it's like someone hit mute. "How sure?" he asks, not looking at me, eyes locked on the wine like it's a loaded gun. I tilt the tray just enough so he sees the smear. "Sure," I say. He doesn't blink, just nods, and says one word, "Mia." Mia moves like a shadow, all grace and menace. She's at the table in a heartbeat, sniffing the glass without touching it, her eyes narrowing to slits. "It's off," she murmurs, and with a flick of a napkin, she lifts the glass like it's a bomb, sliding it onto a cloth and vanishing toward the bar. Tony's voice stays calm, like he's ordering dessert. "Sal, get me a fresh bottle from the back." Sal's already moving, but I notice his hand shakes, just once. Tony notices too. He notices everything, the way booth 12's suddenly real interested in their water, the way the bartender fumbles for a non-existent rag, the way the pianist flubs a chord when I spoke. "Keep pouring," Tony says, cool as ever, like we're not sitting on a powder keg. I fill the other glasses. Sal's, another guy's named Frankie, whose watch keeps slipping under his cuff like it's hiding secrets. I don't pour for Tony. He lifts his clean glass, gives me a look so quick it could pass for a thank you, and says, "To friends." My heart slams. "Don't say it," I hiss, barely moving my lips. He pauses, then smirks, "To friends who tip well." The table laughs, the room exhales, but booth 12's eyes are burning holes in me. My phone buzzes in my apron. I sneak a glance, unknown number. "Drink it for him, sweetheart. Prove it's safe." My skin goes cold. Another text. "Or we ask your brother to." My brother, Jake, 19, still living in our old apartment across town. They know his name. They know me. Tony's voice cuts through my panic, low, right at my shoulder. "What's wrong?" I don't look up, just let the phone rest against the tray, hidden. "They want me to drink it," I say, flat as if I'm reading the specials. "Or they'll go after Jake." His smile doesn't waver, but his eyes turn to ice. "Sal," he says, barely audible, "we're moving to the back room." Sal stands, casual, like he's stretching for a smoke, and heads for the private dining room place for proposals or problems. Tony rises, all charm, telling the nearby tables, "Gonna ruin someone's night." They laugh, thinking it's a joke. It's not. Mia's at my side now, whispering, "Stay between us," eyes forward. We move Tony in front, Mia half step behind, Mia trailing like a guard dog. The restaurant hums along, pretending nothing's happening. Booth 12 stays seated, but I feel their eyes. The private room's door clicks shut, And it's just Uzmi, Tony, Sal, Mia. Tony takes my phone, reads the texts, doesn't ask about Jake. 2 shooters if it goes loud, he tells Sal. 1 in the kitchen, 1 at the alley. The busboy's theirs. Bartender's ours. My head's spinning. This isn't my world 2 hours ago. I was worried about spilling wine, not dodging bullets. They set a trap at the Meridian Hotel Gala, this glitzy event where the city's elites sip champagne and pretend they're saints. I'm in a dress Mia picked black, tight, way too much leg feeling like bait on a hook. Tony's arm is steady on mine, but his eyes are scanning the crowd. Sal's voice crackles in my earpiece. Corner table. Vince is here, scoping exits. Vince, the guy from booth 12, with a scar like a lightning bolt across his jaw. He's Carmine D'Angelo's man, Tony's rival from Detroit, who wants him soft, not dead someone to sign bad deals, not start a war. Tony leaves me for 10 minutes, just long enough for Vince to slink over, all fake charm. Nice night, huh? He says, stepping too close. Funny how peaceful it feels before you come with me. My mouth goes dry, but I hold my ground. Not happening, I say. He laughs, hand brushing his jacket where a gun's hiding. Then the room shifts. Tony's men, disguised as guests, moving like wolves. Vince freezes, his smirk fading as Tony steps back onto the floor, voice like a blade. Vince D'Angelo, let's talk. The trap snaps shut. Vince and his crew are cuffed, dragged off, and I'm left shaking, realizing I'm not just a witness anymore. I'm in the game. It doesn't end there. Carmine's nephew, Leo, starts texting me, his words dripping with venom. Your brother's next, Ellie. He's outside the estate one night, a shadow in the dark, watching. Then the estate explodes literally. Carmine's men blow the gates, storm the grounds, guns blazing. I'm in a bunker with Jake, who's furious, blaming me for pulling him into this mess. You ruined us, he says, and it cuts deeper than any bullet. Upstairs, Tony's fighting, bloodied but unbreakable. When Leo storms the bunker, I grab a gunmate, who's never held one before, and shoot. Leo falls, blood pooling, his eyes wide with shock. I'm not a waitress anymore. I'm something else. The final fight's in Detroit, a rail yard where Tony sets the last trap. Carmine shows up, all swagger, calling me a waitress in a war. But Tony's men are ready, and when Leo's freed by a traitor, I face him again. He aims at me, grinning. You're still nothing. I shoot first. He drops. Carmine falls to Tony's bullet soon after, and the yard goes quiet. The war's over, but I'm not free. Back at Vinny's, weeks later, the place is polished, but it feels like a throne room now. I'm at table 7, smoothing the cloth, wearing Tony's Ringa gold crest that weighs like a promise. Jake's in the kitchen, still mad, but alive. Tony walks in, the room bowing to him without a word. Ellie, he says, warm but sharp. You made this place shine again. I want to hate him, but when he raises his glass and says, cheers, I lift mine too. The clink feels final, like I've signed something I can't undo. I used to think saving Tony's life ruined mine, but now? I'm not so sure. I'm not just a waitress anymore. I am part of something bigger, something dangerous, something I can't escape. And maybe, just maybe, I don't want to. So what do you think? Was I right to whisper those words, to step into this world? Or should I have stayed quiet, let the poison do its work? Drop a comment. Tell me where's the line between survival and selling your soul? And if you've got a story where one choice changed everything, I want to hear it. Hit that like button, share this with someone who'd get it, and let's keep this conversation going.